All right, hello. Going to be doing a little talk over of a PvP match. I've been playing Guild Wars 2 PvP for years, mainly as a core engineer. But some of this discussion is just going to be about the third level of PvP, as I call it. There will be audio in the second half of the game, of the match. But PvP, the first thing you should notice or learn in PvP is how to play your class, how to play your build. And then the second thing you should learn is broadly how every other build in the game works that you'll be going up against. Things like, oh, if I'm up against a Dragon Hunter, I know their whole jam is going to be to yank me on top of them and then suddenly set off a bunch of traps. And learn to play around those things and make builds around those things. I'm a big encourager of having multiple different build choices. You're going to see in a second here. I have currently 6 different core engineer builds that I go through and take a look at what I'm up against, what I'm feeling playing at that time. That sometimes might not be the best pick, but that is one of the aspects of the game. So that's the first and second tier. The third tier, which is what some of this game's going to be narrated about, is gets into like game theory and what I really love about Guild Wars 2 PvP, in that it is a 5-player versus 5-player 3-point control match, of which it takes 15 seconds to cap a point, regardless of how many allies are standing on it, and then 5 seconds to decap a point, regardless of how many allies are decapping it. And then you are accruing points, first team to 500, or highest points by the end of the 15 minutes. First team, so you're accruing the points, and then also where you go. So typically, as you can see right here, you could do the standard pug thing of one person go to your home and then the other 4 go to the mid fight, and if both sides do that, this big 4v4 fight happens. But I caught that someone on the other team was going far, a 1-3-1 sort of setup, and I gave up the mid fight to be a 3v3. My cat's coming in to say hello also, to help secure that 1 point and maybe get an easy kill by assisting them. Thieves are very good at this, in my opinion. I don't like thieves that just go far and just decap. Thieves are great at kill stealing, as I call it, also known as being a +1, where they will come quickly, secure an enemy gets finished off, secure a fight, and then run to the next place to kill steal from. So we're in the middle of the mid fight. A big thing I want you to notice during this whole match, as the game progresses, is that top right corner, that mini map, and who's controlling what points, sure, but where everyone's going and where the flow goes. That's a thing you always want to try and be aware of when you can. Most of your focus is going to be on what am I doing in the moment. But that is something that will definitely help you start winning more matches. I'm trying to not get yanked by that Dragon Hunter and just trying to stay alive, really. That is another thing that you need to try and work on to get better in PvP, is knowing when to go in and knowing when to run away, and being able to have good escapes, not necessarily good survivability, but just good escapes, good use of dodge and such. But if you die, you're, what 15, 20 seconds. Well, there's the time in which you're down, which are pretty much useless. You can do some clutch moments throwing rocks, but there's a time when you're down. I'm lamenting right now that I could have saved that teammate, but then they chose to jump away. So then I was forced between either saving them or getting the finish, and couldn't do both. But your downtime, the time before you can respawn, the time it takes you to then run back to a point to be effective. If you had instead just escaped, you're right back in the fight and just as much of a threat. So knowing when to escape from a fight or even you're still participating in the fight. You're just getting out of line of sight of where an attack is. So once again, you'll see a lot during this. I'm choosing to run, and then the other team is making the mistake of chasing me. So the initial team fight, it was delayed, but the mid fight ended. Kind of uncertain who won, because again, only a couple people died on both teams. And you're going to start seeing basically the preferences of everybody on the matches. I'm going for the shield just because it's available, and I can't really help with that mid fight. We have the home. We're kind of on the offensive right now, so I'm not messing with that. And then you see blue is taking sword. Throughout this fight, the enemy Deadeye kept getting the sword. And that was something we had to work around and adapt to, because the Deadeye was very good at escaping, and thus being able to just consistently harass. And there they are right now. A very strong thing I like to have as an engineer is, in the Inventions tab, having turrets do range reflect pretty early on. Okay, so we are... I think, yeah, we can do sound now. There we go. So yeah, now I'm, again, just trying to play. I typically play on the back half, mid, and home. There is a play style where, like, if you can keep winning those team fights, you really just need those 2 points, because the enemy then needs to adapt. If you're winning team fights, if you're controlling 2, the enemy needs to adapt to it. So I will usually play on the defensive in those matters. As this game progresses, we won't be able to do that. This druid does an amazing res that I didn't have a secure finish. I didn't have either my elixir or my stealth to finish him off, and the druid just crushed it. But they gain the momentum with some of these team fights, so then I end up going far a lot more, pushing all 3 points, which gets into the game theory. There you see again, their Deadeye is being very aggressive at just moving around and harassing, surviving in team fights. Turn this down a little bit. And I kind of make a mistake here. This could be argued. I shouldn't be chasing the Deadeye. Inversely, 3 of us shouldn't have gone home, especially with the 1v1 happening in the mid and then a person coming in to respawn. But all 5 of us are up right now, and all 5 of them are up right now. So I'm chasing the Deadeye because I'm confident I can not get killed by them, and then I'm able to harass them. They are, unfortunately, however, much more maneuverable than I am, and they're going to easily get this sword, the second sword to spawn. I think they get every single sword in this game. The sword's very powerful, and that gives you bonus damage, and then if you get a down, it's pretty much an instant finish. I think Elementalist might be able to get out of it, but I'm not sure. But yeah, we're trying to work around the different builds of the opposing team. And you can do that either by your class beating them in a conventional fight, or doing that game theory thing of working around them. They're doing a good job of controlling the middle point. We're not contesting it. I'm trying to get close, but my teammates are just off point, getting killed. There you see the Deadeye securing another kill right there, with that, mainly with that sword, and then whittling us down to the point where it's me versus 3 people. And see there's this, had I just escaped instead, I'm out for 15 seconds, plus my downtime, plus the time to run. And this is the time where I'm able to observe and then give criticism to my teammates to be like, hey, we need to change. Also, you notice on the ticker, the opposing team has now gained the advantage. They're ahead of us on points. They're controlling 2. They have us on the back foot. See on the bottom right corner, a bunch of us keep dying. Most of them chased us to the home, and 2 of my teammates were able to get a kill on mid just by scattering. This is a typical gold 1, gold 2 match. I mean, like, anybody who's plat probably isn't going to be watching me looking for notes, but we're doing a good job of playing all three now. The Deadeye on the other team, it seems like they're really good at attacking, but not good at holding. And we can at least do that spread out. So we're doing a little bit of that, just trying to, again, survive and delay. Catch my breath for a second here. And again, you can see I'm probably going to die here. But how long can I last? And as such, I'm choosing to do this because I am containing more than one enemy. They are consistently chasing me. So I'm going to keep pulling two of them away because I know I'm going to die. But how long can I last? And the longer I can keep two plus enemies engaged, there's 3 of them right there, that gives the rest of my team not only time to respawn, get back together, engage in fights, but then win those fights. As you can see, I'm pinging the sword, saying, hey, we need to get that sword, and as I type it out, the Deadeye gets it again. So it's 3 for 3, they've gotten that sword. If we had somebody that was fast, mobile, like mobility-wise, to get to that, to at least contest it, even if the Deadeye was still able to win a fight and secure it, that's time that the Deadeye is unable to do what they efficiently want to do. So that could be a contender right there. But the other team, the rest of my teammates were able to pick up some momentum. They're now losing it because, again, we can't win those team fights. And I'm choosing not to try. And I don't think that Bargain's going to win again. I'm trying this other strategy of let's just win by the nodes. The blue team's doing a lousy job of aggressively pushing our home. They're not doing a good job of defending their home either. They're just zerging around, as you can see here. So we're taking advantage of that. I'm going to try and hold points as long as I can. Dodge around when the traps happened. Try and put Aegis and heals and condition cleanses on me and just last on the point as long as possible. This is going to be a, I think, 4v2, maybe a 3v2? I think it's 4. There's the guy on me, the Ranger, the Dragon Hunter, and the Mesmer. So yeah, that's 4 chasing 2, which then means our other 3 teammates are able to chase down that one person and secure home and mid. So we lose 10 points to deaths, but then gain 5 for killing the other teammate and accrue points for the node. So we're able to kind of generate more of a catch-up. They kind of gotten wise to what I'm trying to do, so I'm just going to confuse and delay. The short bow 5 behind you, or just like behind your character, is very strong. So the Ranger's chasing me, the Deadeye's chasing me. I believe their Mesmer also like runs to the point. So I'm containing 3 of them. Oh, the Dragon Hunter did not chase me. But I'm choosing to fight around the corner. I'm still engaging. So yeah, it was a 1v2, and a teammate came to help. And as you can see, we then were able to win. We'll actually look at stats. Top defense, top revives, top healing. Yeah, there is momentum in this game. Something you want to avoid is when there's in the 5v5, if they happen to kill 1 or 2 of you, and then you respawn, and by the time you get back on the field, 1 or 2 of your teammates have died, and then this endless cycle where it's always 5 people on one side and then 3 active people on the other, and the other teammates are either dying, respawning, running back to a point. It's a thing called snowballing, and you need to try and find ways to change that momentum and get the other team to like split up, make them less effective. And then also, yeah, just focus on trying not to die as much and have your build set up in a way where you can escape if you need to. But yeah, thanks for watching. Take care.